do you think you'd ever want to talk to him about it? I'm like, not really, because both my parents are liars. So, truthfully speaking, I wouldn't be able to believe anything they told me.
You're just learning that wisdom through your experience, not through suffering, pain and suffering, more or less. How you doing? What's your name?
Santana.
How you doing?
Good.
I'm journaling about wisdom, and I'm asking all my writers to share some wisdom that they've learned or something that you're using right now that's getting you through your day. Is there anything you can share with me?
Don't let the actions of others dictate who you are or how you behave. So if people are treating you a certain way or behaving in a way that's not ideal towards you, don't let that shake your character. Don't start being weird or mean to people because of how people are treating you. You just take that as a learning experience and move forward and make better decisions as to who you choose to associate yourself with and who you have around you. People who are meant to be in your life aren't gonna make you feel like you have to question your character in any way. That's something that is still taking me a while to learn.
Yeah.
But
Where is that sourcing from?
just my own past experiences with people and having that resentment towards the way I've been treated. And as I got older, it's like you just that's only hurting you, like that negative energy you're harboring. So you just gotta let it go and move forward with grace. Honestly, the longer you let it weigh you down, the only person that's going to come back on is you. Like, nobody else is affected by the stuff that you're carrying. So it's better that you just be, or try to be positive about it. It's not easy at all, but the outcome of that will be significantly greater than the outcome of what I was currently doing.
What was an example that you acknowledged that hurt you, and you're like, okay, I need to let go, and that this is rooting from?
Man, it's a lot, but like
one
that come to mind immediately is like I was telling one of my supposed friends at the time about something that was like really traumatic, and I just needed somebody to talk to. And instead of having that, I kind of got like ghosted for 3 days. And then when I did get a response, it was just basically like, we can't be friends anymore because of what I was bringing up, reminding them of their own trauma. And it's like, I mean, I get, people haven't shared like negative experiences and how that could bring it back up in their own mind. But like, I don't know. The way I go about things is whether it reminds me of stuff that's happened to me or not, like I'm still gonna be there for that person. So the fact that that was the response I got, it was just like, it made me angry for a really long time. And then I just had to realize like, that was just clearly displayed to you that that person wasn't meant for you, and that's okay. You just kind of got to let it be what it is and move forward. Like, I don't like really being hung up over too many connections with people because there's a lot of people on earth. But I think it's more so just the fact that I try to treat people the way that I want to be treated. And when I'm treated negatively, it just makes me feel like all those efforts were for nothing. And it's like, you can't feel that way, like, when it comes to people. Like, you can't treat people kindly and expect them to treat you the same way. If they don't want to treat you like that, they're just not going to. Unfortunately, that's life. But all you can do is control how you react, or control who you have around you.
You're just learning that wisdom through your experience, not through suffering, pain and suffering, more or less.
It's really a mix of both, honestly.
Yeah.
But I don't know. At this point, like, I just kind of like try to take it in stride. Like, stuff like that happens to me quite frequently, so I don't really have the energy to exert anything negative towards it. It's just more so like I need to figure out the root of why it keeps happening and nix it so I can make better decisions moving forward as far as who I associate myself with.
Is there any wisdom that you were told growing up that you're like, okay, maybe I need to start using that? You know, with all the challenges you're having in this certain...
I'll be honest, I can't really say because I'm not really close with any of like my family members like that. Like
Yeah.
my parents and stuff, I don't really talk to them like that. So
Why is that? Any reason? I've got 3 kids, so I'm just curious why wouldn't you talk? Is that something that you just didn't grow up with, or
nah, I mean,
was it an
growing
exercise?
up, they were like present, but it's just, I guess as I got older, I realized the way that I was treated like wasn't okay. And even in certain ages, like past like 18, they were still doing very weird things to me. And I was at that point where it's like, okay, I don't have to continue dealing with you, but just because you're my parent, if you're treating me like XYZ, like I can just remove myself from you. And you know, it's kind of hard because, you know, people still have that, oh, well, it's my parent, I still love them, but like you kind of got to do it from a distance. I just can't continue to allow them to treat me that way because they don't see the wrong in their actions. Like they just think because they did the bare minimum as a parent that they deserve like praise and undying loyalty. But it's like, I didn't ask to be here. Like y'all brought me here. So the least y'all could do is like treat me with some form of decency. But when I'm not getting that, like obviously as a kid, you're like, you know something is off, but you can't really speak up about it because you don't have a voice. But as I got older, I found my voice and I had to stand on what I believe in. Like I'm trying to become a more principled person. So regardless of how the decisions I make may affect me mentally, as long as they align with the principles I have, then I have to stand on them. And it really doesn't matter who it is. And that's one of the examples of me standing on regardless of the person. Like my mom and my dad, I have very limited communication with them. And if it's communication, is more so like coordinating like a drop off of something, or like that's really it. Like I don't text them casually asking them how their day is going or anything. They don't do the same for me. It's just kind of like very strange. But
you're not estranged, you're just close to that.
No, I'm honestly trying to keep myself as far away from them as possible.
Yeah.
Just because they've done really, really messed up things, but they don't ever own up to it. And it's like my aunt, the person I live with now, she's like, do you think you'd ever want to talk to him about it? I'm like, not really, because both my parents are liars. So truthfully speaking, I wouldn't be able to believe anything they told me. So it's kind of like that conversation would be for nothing because I'm just going to sit there and get irritated at the fact that I know they're not telling me the truth. Both of their stories, as far as how my life went, would be drastically different than what I remember living through. So it's just not worth it. But that's just my own circumstance. Like I try to advise people that are going through some of the things to me, like it's kind of worth the conversation. The hard conversations are the ones that you need to have.
Yep.
But for me, it's just like there is no conversation. Like there's nothing to talk about with them, especially since they know everything. Like they lived through it the same way I did, and the fact that they're still choosing to not acknowledge any of it is a little hurtful. But like I said, you just gotta kind of move forward. Like those people are gonna make those decisions. They're fully grown adults, so there's nothing you can really do about it, but you can change your association with them and how you react to what they do or what they've done.
Who's mentoring? Is your aunt mentoring you, or guy? Who's kind of helping you build those principles with you?
Preview for the next Fresh Inspired podcast episode.
Only got one person to please.
Yeah.
It's hard to please. I tell my kids and my family.
That's not a Jesus that I think I can get behind, because that version of Jesus doesn't love everybody. You know how